I'm gonna do a quick check-in, see what's going on. Uh, Trying to stay away from the news lately. Recovering, um, but I hope every American could come together to declare the international law-breaking invasion and kidnapping of a sitting country's president is fucking bananas. And people need to speak out. You need to speak out. Call your senator, call your congressperson, call your mama, call everybody and speak out. Because it's just so bananas. You almost wonder if the U.S. can do that to Venezuela. Can anybody do that to the U.S.? You know? Can anyone? I don't know. If there's no law, if, under the guise of trafficking and then pirating, and then that country pirates their oil ships, I don't know, you just got to go and illegally kidnap another country's president. So let's all get together and collectively call that out. Oh, it's bananas, man. What's up, Chief? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Jesus Christ. The cat is fucking playing. Oh my god. The cat got the printer going. Jesus Christ. How did you even start the printer? Sorry. The cat. What's up, President Reagan? Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Sorry, my cat. I've been trying to get this printer connected forever, and the cat playing hooky got fishing bug. Oh, good for you. Those are the best days in life. Enjoy it and just eat it up, man. That is why we live. Those moments right there are why we live. To play hooky and go fishing because your inspirational muse hit you at that moment. That's every gut impulse that you get when it comes to something that's not harming anybody and benefiting you. Any gut impulse that you get that's not harming anybody and can be a benefit to you, take that. Take that. We are empire now, man. We've been an empire, but never this brazen. Usually the empire manufactures consent. And one of the hardest things for me to watch in the news lately was CBS. This fucking dude on the street reporter who had a story. This is why they had him tell the story. He had a story about what he was doing an investigation in Venezuela about Maduro taking all the medicine. So the civilians were dying because, the country's in shambles after Chavez. And he said they got stopped and they were in prison before they left and they were being accused by the Venezuelans of working for the CIA and all this. And I thought, they're manufacturing consent post international law breaking. It's so weird to watch because in 2003, we watched it ahead of time. So they built consensus to invade Iraq, knowing full well it was a false flag, you know? And now it's really disheartening, but I'll say this, CBS News, and I have a video on my channel about it, is not your friend. That's what my video is about. What was this goddamn cat is fucking doing with the printer? I can't understand. This cat is like hitting buttons on the printer and then fucking running off. And the printers, I don't even know I haven't even been able to get the printer to do these sounds. And this goddamn cat went down there and like fixed the printer for me. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm having a tough time, but I'm here. I'm putting one foot in front of the other and I'm here. I'm here with you. Love Central and South America too. We just bully them. Yeah, President Reagan, if you've ever read Shock Doctrine, you'll see that in the 70s, the empire ran house on a collective of nations. But half of who I am is Central America. Yeah, Central America is a rad spot. And they really put on full display, like, how socialism can help and build, like Chavez halved poverty, you know, like as soon as he took over and he nationalized stuff and broadened the programs. And then, of course, the USA goes in and says, no, 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 you're not going to do any socialism and show people that it works. You're going to fucking the CIA or just illegal invasions, whatever it is. Um, but, it's real depressing because that CBS News thing was so slick. Uh, it was I didn't even get the report, and I don't even want to play it. I don't even want well, maybe I should. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Today, I'm very much struggling and trying to put one foot in front of the other, so I'm here. And I wanted to check in with you guys. What's going on? That's what I feel like this channel needs to be. I need to lean more on the vibe coach shit, because I'm like, you know why we're here? Because we got so many issues at home. Like, what's going on in your life, that's making you like how are people hurting? How are you hurting? Let me know in the comments. Because the only way, hurt people. And I'm like, we must be hurting so bad as a country, as a citizenry, as a people in America, to either not be able to get to the streets, if we do want to protest this, because we have to work for our health care and work for our lives and work for our survival. But, some people are so hurt and they internalize that as, well, who cares about them? I'm so hurting, almost, there's that spans a whole spectrum of feelings, but it stems from the selfishness. Like, I'm hurt, somebody else should hurt. And it's not always malicious, and it's not always, it has a spectrum. But I was like, man, that's what we need to do, some work at home. We need to focus on us, America, for a little bit. And we got to figure out how so many citizens are disillusioned and sometimes slickly propaganded. That's why the CBS News story, it was so slick. This dude reporter who talked about his experience being held up and not let go, but he was back in America, by Maduro, and not ever mentioning, like, Trump didn't have congressional authority. They did it under the guise of fentanyl as a WMD. Then they started pirating tanker ships. The U.S. was pirating oil ships, and then they went in and just kidnapped the president under under false pretenses, and then no substantial anything. Like, well, we had to, it was just because they're trying to say, oh, he's a dictator. It's like, we got a dictator here. Is Germany fucking gonna come in and, like, what the fuck, man? We understand they have a dictator, but we only know it because we got one who's just decrying war everywhere. Greenland, Cuba, Venezuela. So I would say people rise up, but I think we as Americans, people have their own things to worry about. Can't worry about others. Yeah, I agree with that, High. I don't think it necessarily means they don't care with all of them. And that's what I was trying to get at, is you phrased it better than I did. That hurt people that had to, take care of themselves, can't take care of anything else. I well understand that. I'm very well understood in that. That's why I do this channel. Because if we didn't have to stress ourselves to the limit to make rent, have health care, eat food, and these are basics. I'm not talking about insure vacations or, a second mortgage or a second car. I'm not talking about any of that shit. I'm talking about the basics on this channel. Stuff that is like proven, works, halves poverty, halves child hunger, can half all these things, which we've seen. We can eradicate homelessness, all this stuff. if we could take care of that, then we could hold these tyrants accountable. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? What's going on in your life? Um, what else is in the news? Obviously, Venezuela's everywhere. Uh, I don't know what else is in the news. I haven't read anything today. I've seen a couple things, but again, I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other right now. And it's tough with pets and kids and shit to do. So, hire me. Listen. Hold on. I'll try to come back in a little bit. Missed the Epstein. Oh, yeah, they missed it bad. They missed it bad. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I got to do a couple things. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell.